welcome back to Renaissance Man Media. So I just got done doing my GoldenEye review, and I forgot to put in there, real quick, I just wanted to say the GoldenEye theme I do really like. I don't think it gets enough credit, but that dun 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 dun, love that every time. Anyway, on to this next one. So I watched this one last night. This is now the second time I've seen this film. I watched it probably a little over a year ago, probably a year and a half ago for the first time. The movie is The Spy Who Loved Me, which a lot of people claim as like a top five Bond film. And I'm going to get into why I don't think that's the case. So basically, the brief plot of the movie is there's some nuclear submarines that have been stolen. One's Russian, one's British. Both sides basically have to come together and figure out why there's who took them or what's been going on with them. So James starts out where he's in he's in the Alps, I believe. Has a mission, and basically he has to ski off a mountainside, and basically he sets off his parachute, and then it goes into the opening title sequence. The Nobody Does It Better song, I think, is a great Bond song. It's probably in my top five Bond songs. So in that, they did great. But the Bond girl, because that's one of my biggest problems with this movie. The girl, I don't even remember her character's name. I mean, Anya Amasova. I don't. Triple X, Agent Triple X. She's laughable to me, and not in a good way. I find her acting. I don't understand why people could buy a romance between these two, because to me, I get the vibes that she's a Terminator, because she doesn't feel real to me. She's always looking at him like her eyes are always like this, and it's very creepy to me, and I just don't buy that that's a real person. Her acting's really wooden, so the girl. Plus, I just want to say this: I'm not. When you're cast as a Bond girl, you're supposed to be this beautiful woman, and that could mean you have a great personality, whatever. You don't have to be a perfect 10 out of 10, but there's got to be something about you. I don't find her really attractive at all. She's got a weird face. I'm not trying to Surely, I'm sure she's doing better in life than I am, so I'm not trying to dog her as a person, but just her acting ability, from what I saw, and her as a Bond girl, I feel is a bit of a letdown, because I think if you're ranking, that's maybe something I'll do at some point, and it probably won't go over the greatest, but ranking the Bond girls as far as which ones I like the most, she'd be near the bottom for me. Not a fan of her. So everything that she's in, and she's in this movie a lot, I find that basically she brings it down. That's part of it. People talk about this movie as in it's, like I said, that they put it in their top five and they say it's a perfect James Bond film, does everything well. It's Roger Moore's best. For me, this is not Roger Moore's best in the series. It's a good movie. There's this right here on the cover is showing him after he hitched a ride with Jaws in a van, and he's wandering around ancient Egyptian ruins or whatever. Now he looks like Bond, with the suit, and he's walking around with his gun out. That looks cool. And Jaws is a good henchman villain. Now that being said, I still don't love everything that's in this movie. I feel like this movie kind of drags. The underwater stuff in this film is actually pretty good, as far as once they are in the white car that can actually submerge. And I know there's Bond fans that will know exactly what type of car it is, but that's cool. And let's get to the villain. So Stromberg is the villain. There's aspects of that villain that I like. I like his lair, the underwater lair, because we hadn't seen that in a Bond. Well, I don't know. Did we see that? Dr. No was kind of underwater, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't love it, to be honest. I don't hate it, but I find his villain to be very meh. He doesn't really have any memorable lines, I feel like. You just remember his lair, but he feels very... how Austin Powers made fun of Blofeld, where Dr. Evil. I feel like Stromberg is the guy that's super easy to make fun of. Yes, he doesn't have a cat, but weird, deformity, check. Plot to alter the world, check. But why does he want to drown the world? He's just to make a new world, and it's why? He's because I'll go down in history. It's okay, or you could be doing something productive. You could do something you could actually try to help people. You could try to come up with a cure for cancer. You could try to save animals. I don't know. like all the sea life that he likes, he could just devote his life to rescuing them as opposed to let's drown New York and Moscow and I don't know, thumbs up I just his plot just doesn't make sense. What's his motivation for hating everybody and wanting to drown two cities? I don't get it. Or not drown two cities. He wants to just nuke them, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like the pros. Like the first half of this movie, I was really digging. Like I do feel like it's easy to follow. There's not too many plot points, which is definitely a positive. Because I don't think as a Bond fan, I don't want to be confused. I want to have like a general like, maybe there's one or two twists I don't see coming, but I don't want to have to worry about five different things in the plot and how they're interweaving and like, I don't want that many plot points. I just want like a few things and that's it. I don't know. The other characters, I don't really feel like there was any memorable other characters. There's nobody that he deals with in like the Navy and the submarines that's memorable. There's nobody else. It's basically, it just feels like Jaws, Stromberg, bad side, James, Triple X, good side, and that's pretty much it. And like I said, if I can't really stand Triple X's character, and I have to see her for most of the movie. When she tells him, she goes, I'll kill you. After this mission's over, I'll kill you. Because she's wanting revenge for her boyfriend that died or whatever. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. When they're in the Egyptian ruins and she turns, like they both turn a corner and they both see each other, he's got his gun and she's like, I'll karate chop you. Realistically, guys, do you think a woman karate chopping a grown man that's not only that, but he's also a Secret Service agent, how well do you think that's going to go for her? I don't think it's going to go very well at all. So, yeah, this movie, I don't hate it. You probably hear me talking and you think I hate it. The action scenes are fine. I didn't notice anything that was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen something like that before. I mean, the set pieces as far as the finale, like in the big cargo ship, and then eventually in like his little, I don't know what you call that, like octopus thing that like rises up out of the ocean, the black ship, I don't know. About the only thing I like is when Jaws gets like dropped in the water with the shark and he actually like bites the shark and is like tearing it apart. I like that. But yeah, I don't know. This movie feels lackluster to me. I don't exactly know where I'd rank it yet because I need to like finish watching all the Bond movies yet, but it boggles my mind how this movie is rated top 5 for everybody. I think it's nostalgia. I think people, maybe this was the one that was maybe the most successful because it has like the, super villainous plot, check. Like cool villain layer, check. Great henchman, check. Maybe certain relationship with like the Bond girl, check. Because people are like, oh, she's a spy, so that's really cool. The only spy thing we ever see her do is she blows like the smoke in his face to like make him pass out. Aside from that, she really doesn't do anything. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see her really kill anybody. I don't see her like fend for herself and like take care of anybody. I don't see that. I don't know. She felt pretty helpless when she got taken by Stromberg. But anyway, so if I have to give this movie a rating, because like I said, I'll do the ranking in the Bond films. I'll do that here, I would say, hopefully in a month, because I need to go back and rewatch them all. But for this, I'd say for me, this would be, because it's Bond, I'd still rather watch this than a lot of other things. But I'd say this is like guilty pleasure, $5 bin guilty pleasure, somewhere in that. I know people find that crazy. I'm still going to keep it and hold on to it. But this is not my favorite Bond. No, I mean, I have one that I clearly like more, and we'll get to that. As far as the next episode, the next one that I got coming up is Thunderball. And that's one that I used to own and I sold and you can go back and watch that review on the channel. It's ancient. But I'm going to go back and do another review of Thunderball and see if my thoughts and views on it have changed. But I have to go pick up another copy of it first. So that might be, I don't know, a couple days probably. But yeah, I'll be back with you guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, blasphemy, I'm sure, of why Spy Who Loved Me isn't highly rated for me. Comment below and tell me why you think I'm wrong about Spy Who Loved Me. But for me, I don't see why everyone loves this one. I really don't. But anyway, all right, that's it. Have a good one.